Hello and welcome to episode 99 of Raw and Score Trivia, the trivia podcast that is guaranteed to make the people around you irresistibly attracted to you. Is it a blessing or a curse? I am the Quizzard, and I went to a trivia night not too long ago where they had a kind of bonus game where you had to write the answer on a piece of paper and run up to the trivia host to win the points. I'm considering incorporating something like that into this game. Like, running here might be a little bit difficult for overseas listeners, but hey, you've got to want it, right? Okay, I've got it. First person to post me the answer to this question with a return address will legitimately get a prize. What is the address of the Eiffel Tower? Ooh, the postal service in Canberra is going to be overwhelmed this week. Hang on, how will you know my postal address? Just ask me if you're legit going to do this, because if I say it out loud on this podcast, I know my house will be swamped by trivia fans. We are scoring out of 35 total points with 20 single-point questions in the question round, a stupidly hard question worth 5 points, a bonus round worth 5 points, and a game that we play throughout the question round which is worth 5 points as well. This week, the game is Double Entendre. In this game, one of the answers in the question round is going to have a double meaning to do with a category that I give you. The example I always use is if the category was dogs and one of the questions was what are trees made of and the answer was bark, that might be the double entendre answer because dogs say bark. The category you're listening for is an insect. If you can get the double entendre answer, you get 5 points. Alright, so remember to listen for an answer in the question round with a double meaning that's also an insect in the question round, which is starting now. Question 1. In which country would you find the Colosseum? Italy. I know Rome isn't the country, but it still feels like Rome should be the answer there, or is it just me? Question 2. What is the first country in alphabetical order? Afghanistan. Question 3. When it was released, you could buy the Nintendo Switch 2 alone or with a game boxed in. Which game came boxed in with the console? Mario Kart World. I came back from my trip with a little bit of leftover money. Do you think I did the sensible thing and paid off the mountain of debt I accumulated? Of course not. I bought a Switch 2 and Mario Kart is pretty awesome. Question 4. What is the capital city of El Salvador? San Salvador. Question 5. In soccer or football, what position is number 1? Number 1 is the goalkeeper. When I was a kid, I was goalkeeper on my under-6 soccer team. Problem was, my team was quite good, so I always got bored and chased butterflies instead. Thinking back on it, I can see why they stuck me in goals. Question 6. Which planet is closest to the Sun in our solar system? That is Mercury. Question 7. What is the collective noun for a group of giraffes? A tower is the most common one, but I'll also accept a journey, a kaleidoscope, or a herd, because the people who decide these things can't settle on one, apparently. Question 8. Finish the lyric. Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh. How did our eyes get so red? What's next? It is, and what the hell is on Joey's head? Do I do a good Chad Kroger? No, but I'm giving it a shot. Question 9. What is the best-selling fruit juice in the world? I'm not talking brands here, I'm talking fruits. Orange juice is the best-selling juice. Question 10. Who did Justin Timberlake date from 1999 until 2002? Britney Spears. For anyone not following her, Britney's Instagram now is a bloody roller coaster if you're interested. Question 11. What is the chemical symbol for the element boron? B-O-R-O-N. When in doubt, pick the first letter. The answer is B. And that is our double entendre answer for today. The answer was B, and a bee is also an insect. Give yourself 5 points if you picked up on that. Feel like that's another tricky one. Question 12. In which show would you find the characters Lucas and David Scott, as well as Brooke Davis? This is one of those questions that I've researched, but I actually have no idea if this is correct, but apparently it's One Tree Hill. Question 13. A thorny devil is a species of which type of animal? Thorny devil. A thorny devil is a lizard. Remove the T from thorny devil if you want to have a good time with a lizard. Question 14. How many points is the letter N for Nelly worth in a game of Scrabble? The letter N is worth 2 points. Question 15. 8 pirates all lost an arm each. How many limbs do the 8 of them have remaining altogether? They all had 4 limbs, lost 1 arm, which makes 3 limbs each, times 8 is 24. The Hook store had a great day of sales that afternoon. Question 16. How would you describe the scientific concept gravitational lensing? Gravitational lensing. Gravitational lensing is basically when light is bent from being near a huge object with a lot of gravity. Basically, the gravity is so strong that it bends the light. You be the judge if you were right or wrong here. You know deep down if you knew it or not. Question 17. Who was assassinated in the year 1865? Abraham Lincoln was assassinated in 1865. I'm sure there were other people as well, but if you know about other 1865 assassinations, surely you know about Abraham Lincoln. Question 18. If the time is 11:55, what number is the minute hand closest to on a clock? It would be closest to the number 11. Question 19. Which singer had the 1983 hit Beat It? That was Michael Jackson. And question 20. Which country has the national dish Peking duck? That is China. All right, that's it for the questions. Did you pick up my sneaky little bee in there? Don't forget to give yourself 5 points if you did. Coming up in a moment, we have the stupidly hard trivia question and the bonus round of the episode. It's my favourite this week, speed maths. See you in a second for that. We're back, and it's time for the question no one has ever listened to and survived to tell the tale. The really hard trivia question. Okay, I've got a stupidly hard question for you. You get 5 points if you can get this one right. Here it is. What does DNA stand for? What does DNA stand for? You've got heaps of DNA, so this one should be easy for you specifically. Someone told me you've got 6.2 billion pairs of DNA. Surely if you've got that much, you would at least know what it stands for. Or did you just get that much to fit in with everyone else? Poser. Five more seconds. DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. I feel like that's one of those random facts that people learn only to impress people in one of the rare circumstances where it actually comes up. So if that's you, you are welcome. You got to use your knowledge. 5 points to you. And now that the hard question's done, we've got the bonus round of the episode. This week, the bonus round is my favourite, speed maths. In this game, I'm going to ask you 10 mathematical questions, with the first being quite easy and the last being quite difficult. You get half a point for everyone that you get right, but you don't have very much time to answer. That's why it's called speed maths. I think that's all there is to it. Answer the maths question quickly. Don't forget, if you don't know, have a guess. Blurt something out. Speed maths, starting now. Question 1, 4 plus 2. 6. Question 2, 14 minus 7. 7. Question 3, 4 times 3. 12. Question 4, 7 times 11. 77. Question 5, 50 divided by 2. 25. Question 6, 123 plus 321. 444. Question 7, 14 times 3. 42. Question 8, 98 minus the square root of 25. 93. Question 9, 802 times 5. 4010, and question 10, 267 divided by 3. 89. Whew! You know, writing them down, I thought they were all right, but reading them out loud, that was not kind of me. I'm sorry. Like, everything after question 5 was pretty hard. Don't forget to add that to your score. Remember, the easiest way is probably just to count how many you got right, divide it by 2, and add it to your score. And once you've done that, that is it for the scoring this round. And they're the last few questions before our 100th episode, 100-point spectacular, which is next week. Get excited for that. Tell your friends. Have a 100th Raw and Score trivia episode party. Come on, you know you want to. Also, get on your phone, send me a score right now on Instagram, Facebook, or Spotify so I can give you a shout out at the end of the show. You'll go down in history having a shout out on the 100th episode of Raw and Score. In 20 years' time, that'll basically make you famous. This week, I've heard from the graphics department, who scored 23 points. The Tarrawood Propagators beat their rivals with 25. And Rick and Nadia caught up on a few. They got an 18, a 19, a 17, and another 19. Really flirting with the 20s, but stuck in the teens. All right, thanks so much for listening. See you next week for number 100. Bye-bye.